Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to episode 17 of Getting Back to Me, Both Sides of the Story.
With Scottie and Marcy.
Right.
We have not had a weekly podcast, vlogcast, because we were away. We were away for 2 weeks in Seattle.
And what were we doing, Mars?
We were taking the world by storm. We had a wonderful time in Seattle. Originally had gone up to be the keynote speakers at Town Hall Seattle, which was a kickoff to Pride Week up there. We got interviewed on the NPR KUOW affiliate. We were interviewed on New Day Northwest, which is the King 5 NBC TV affiliate. That you were the kickoff speaker to Pride there in Seattle on the stage.
For Trans Pride.
Trans Pride.
Katie Sewell.
Katie Sewell. We did a wonderful podcast interview with Katie Sewell, The Bittersweet Life.
Check all of this out. It's super cool.
And you can check it out easily on www.zuzubean.com. There's a whole page dedicated to the Seattle trip with the interviews, all their live feeds. So you can listen to the whole thing. And each one is different, has a different flavor, and more and more information. So we hope you'll really partake and enjoy.
For sure.
For sure.
Well, each week we read a little bit from one of the chapters of my book, and then Marcy chimes in with how it affected her or whatever she wants to talk about.
Oh, we just chat about it.
Oh, we do. That's what we do. We just chat about it.
It's us.
That's right. Getting back to us.
Getting back to
the sequel.
us. That would be nice.
Ooh.
So we've chosen Christmas in July. Chapter, what did you say it is?
Chapter 12.
12, Holiday Flair, where Scottie is on a production way up in the winterlands. And this has actually been an annual production for a few years. So the cool thing is that the people that Scottie works with on the cruise and talent and so forth are not just acquaintances, they're by now after several years also good friends. So Scottie's going to read a little piece of some experience there.
Well, and one of the things that was different about this particular experience is that I was sharing an office, and my boss was a friend that I had worked with I worked with Ruby for over 20 years. And so I felt like I needed to kind of let her know, because remember, at this stage of my process, Marcy and I have just had Christmas with her brothers, we're just about to have Christmas with her brothers, but I've come out to her big brother, and it's kind of in very small circles that I'm stepping out in.
And we weren't quite ready to, and partly because of me, did not want to step out in a big way. So Scottie was thinking that she was kind of flying under the radar. People would write off long hair and earrings to Hollywood. Who would know? Who could tell, after all?
But I needed to explain to the woman that I'm sharing this production with what I'm going through so that she'll understand why my eyebrows sometimes are a little bit tied in knots. So, and she was wonderful. She took the news immediately, embraced it as a big sister, started training me right away on makeup tips and stuff. But one day, so I was feeling a little bit bolder. I was wearing just a touch of a little bit of eyeliner, a little bit of mascara, nothing much. I was still, like I said, flying under the radar. And I went up to someone who I hadn't seen in years, who was actually a better friend with Marcy than me. And when she saw me, it was as if she had a complete, what would we call it, a word salad. She just started blurting words out. Oh my God, you scared me with the mascara and the eyeliner and the earrings. And I'm like, I'm trying to get her to shut up, because she's actually saying this louder than I'm saying it now across the entire dining hall. It was really embarrassing. And everybody else that was sitting around the table starts looking at their food and get really interested in their green beans. And after everybody left, I turned to her and I said, "What is wrong with you?" And she said, I'm sorry. You just scared me. I hadn't seen you in so long, and I didn't think it was that dramatic. Long story short, I decided to better back it off. And so I went in the office the next day, and I was there with Ruby, and she's giving me all the stuff we need to do today, and the trucks are coming in, and the lines are going to be drawn, and we're going to be working this and that, and this test, and this rehearsal, and that rehearsal, and then she stops and she says, "Hey," clearly disappointed, "where's your Flair?" I'm dressed in pants and a black sweater. I've got my hair down today, and I confess to pulling back a bit. I tell her about dinner with Jane the night before. It scared me. Maybe, I say, I should just chill out. Ruby busts me immediately, but I protest. I've got much more than my appearance to worry about. My reputation is on the line here, and I admit I'm losing control. Me, the Zen master, samurai production warrior, the dependable one in our crazy production tribe, is way off my game. Not good. I start to cry. Ruby, something is breaking loose. She hugs me. Breaking loose or breaking free. Change is never easy, even when it's right. I dry my tears, but I have to know, why did Jane see what Ruby had not? Ruby grabs my shoulders and stares right into me. Do you want this or not? I don't really care how you look. I want you to be happy. That's it. Nothing more. If that comes because you're more authentic, then sister, I'm here. And if it's not, then sister, I'm still here. I see a happy you. Do that. Do more of that. Jane saw a happy you too, but she hadn't had the benefit of hearing from your lips why you were so happy. I try to breathe. Authentic. That's everyone's favorite word about this subject. I only know what it's like to act authentically without allowing myself or anyone else to cross my fortress walls. This word needs some refinement, because it sounds like girls like me were inauthentic before, as if we're trying to fool the world, masquerading as men. This makes us sound like treacherous people that can't be trusted and puts everything we say into question for the rest of our lives. It's difficult for non-trans people to get this, but we only know survival mode. Most of us are in real fear for our lives. Even with those we love, we've developed a skill to ignore our own feelings to our spiritual demise as we live up to the expectations of others, but only because we love you. We aren't trying to pull anything over on anyone. We just don't have schools for trans integration. So, this authentic of which you speak, if it's the word that describes finally living the way that demonstrates who we are, then authentic it is.